Hello, friends. Imagine transforming a modest $13,500 into an extraordinary $153 million without the spotlight, luxury cars, or a lavish lifestyle. This is the story of Takashi Kotegawa, a quiet yet brilliant trader who achieved one of the most remarkable financial feats in modern history. But his journey isn't just about the numbers. It's a testament to discipline, strategy, and an unshakable mindset that sets him apart from the typical billionaire image. So how did a shy, video game-loving young man rise to legendary status in Japan's stock market? Today, we're unpacking the incredible life of Takashi Kotegawa, a story of humble beginnings, smart risks, and the power of focus. And hey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible stories like this one. Takashi Kotegawa's story starts far from the glittering world of wealth. Born into a modest household, there were no special privileges or financial shortcuts waiting for him. His life was quiet, simple, and far from the fast-paced world he would later conquer. But behind closed doors, something unusual was happening. His obsession with video games was shaping a skill set that would eventually make him millions. For Takashi, video games weren't just a pastime, they were mental training grounds. Every match required lightning-fast decisions and the ability to process complex patterns in real time. Over thousands of hours, he developed a rare ability to stay calm under pressure and react with razor-sharp precision. Skills like these, often overlooked, would later become his greatest weapons in the unpredictable world of stock trading. His introverted nature meant he wasn't drawn to the usual distractions. No wild parties, no desire for attention. Instead, he spent his time in front of a screen, sharpening his focus. And while most people saw him as just another shy gamer, what they didn't realize was that he was preparing himself for a future that no one could have predicted. Entering the stock market. By the early 2000s, Takashi was ready for his next challenge. With just $13,500, 1.5 million yen in savings, he decided to step into Japan's stock market. It wasn't a random decision. It was a carefully calculated move. But unlike most beginners who chased overnight riches, Takashi approached the market like a battlefield, applying the same logic he had mastered through gaming. His strategy was different from the herd. He wasn't gambling on gut feelings or following hype. Instead, he focused on market inefficiencies, tiny mistakes and mispricings that other traders ignored. While others were reacting emotionally, Takashi was studying patterns and waiting for the perfect moment to strike. His game plan was simple but powerful. Observe, analyze, and execute fast. But what truly set him apart was his ability to stay calm in high-pressure situations. In a market where emotions often lead to costly mistakes, his steady mindset became his greatest asset. This disciplined, analytical approach wasn't just about making a few lucky trades. It was the foundation for one of the most extraordinary financial transformations in history, the $17 million mistake that changed everything. Sometimes, life-changing moments come disguised as mistakes, but only those who are prepared and fearless can turn them into fortune. For Takashi Kotegawa, that moment arrived in 2005 during one of the most infamous trading errors in Japanese stock market history. This wasn't just any mistake. It was a blunder so massive that it created an opportunity most traders could only dream of. Here's what happened. A trader at Mizuho Securities intended to sell one share of J-Com Holdings for 610,000 yen. But in a costly error, they placed an order to sell 610,000 shares for 1 yen each, a catastrophic mispricing. This wasn't a minor glitch. It was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to buy valuable shares at virtually nothing. In the chaos that followed, most traders hesitated, unsure whether the mistake would be corrected or reversed. But not Takashi. While others froze, he acted. With lightning-fast analysis and the confidence built from years of sharp decision-making, he pounced, buying as many shares as he could while they were still massively undervalued. By the time the dust settled, the market had corrected itself, but not before Takashi walked away with a staggering $17 million profit. One day, one trade, $17 million. For most people, a win like that would be a career-defining moment, something to celebrate loudly. But for Takashi, it was just another day at the office. He didn't see it as luck. He saw it as the reward for staying prepared and keeping a cool head when the pressure was on. This wasn't just a fluke. It was the result of discipline, patience, and fearless execution, traits that would take him even further in the years to come. Turning $13,500 into $153 million isn't the result of one lucky trade. It's a masterclass in consistency, precision, and emotional control. While the J-Com IPO trade brought him fame, it wasn't the only reason behind his enormous fortune. The real magic was in how he traded every single day. Takashi's strategy was built around short-term, high-frequency trades. Instead of making big, risky bets, he focused on small, repeatable wins. He would dive into the market, spotting tiny price inefficiencies, moments where a stock was briefly mispriced, and capitalize on those gaps before anyone else. What made his approach unique was how disciplined he was with risk management. He never overexposed himself. Every trade had a plan, and he never gambled with more than he was willing to lose. This kept him protected when things didn't go his way, allowing him to survive in a market that chews up emotional traders and spits them out. But perhaps his greatest weapon wasn't his strategy, it was his mindset. Where most traders let fear or greed cloud their judgment, Takashi remained calm and focused. Even when millions were on the line, he didn't flinch. This emotional control allowed him to outlast and outperform others who burned out chasing quick riches. For years, this unshakable discipline turned small, calculated moves into a financial empire. It wasn't about getting lucky. It was about sticking to his principles day after day until those small wins became $153 million. When you hear about someone worth $153 million, it's easy to picture a life filled with luxury mansions, exotic cars, and extravagant vacations. But Takashi Kotegawa? He broke every stereotype of a self-made millionaire. Even after building a fortune most people can only dream of, he chose to live simply, in a modest apartment without any flashy possessions. While other millionaires chased designer brands and five-star experiences, Takashi was content with instant ramen and a quiet lifestyle. His wealth may have grown, but his values stayed the same. For Takashi, the real excitement wasn't in spending money. It was in the game of trading. The thrill of analyzing the market, making the right call, and watching his strategy pay off mattered far more than material possessions. He didn't need to prove his success to anyone. This minimalist approach wasn't just a random choice. It reflected a deeper philosophy. He believed that money doesn't define a person. While many wealthy individuals lose themselves chasing status and luxury, Takashi stayed grounded. His life was a reminder that true success isn't about flashy things. It's about the freedom to live on your own terms. Takashi's journey isn't just an inspiring story. It's a playbook for anyone looking to succeed, whether in trading or life itself. Here are 5 powerful lessons his story teaches us. 1. Patience pays off. Takashi didn't chase overnight success. His fortune was built through small, consistent wins that grew over time. Instead of gambling big, he played the long game, proving that steady effort leads to extraordinary results. Number 2. Master emotional discipline. Markets are unpredictable, but your emotions don't have to be. Takashi's ability to stay calm under pressure was one of his greatest strengths. He never let fear or greed cloud his decisions, a lesson every trader should take to heart. 3. Spot hidden opportunities. While most traders followed the crowd, Takashi looked for market inefficiencies, small mistakes others missed. His success came from recognizing and seizing opportunities before anyone else. 4. Prioritize risk management. No reckless bets, no emotional moves. Every trade Takashi made had a clear plan with controlled risk. He understood that protecting his capital was the key to long-term survival in the market. 5. Stay humble. Despite becoming a multi-millionaire, Takashi never lost touch with who he was. He didn't let wealth change him. His story is a reminder that success is about freedom, not flaunting what you have. Why did he disappear from the public eye? You'd expect Takashi Kotegawa to embrace fame and enjoy the spotlight. But instead, he did the opposite. He vanished. The truth is, he never cared about public attention. While many traders crave recognition and media coverage, Takashi stayed focused on what he loved most, trading. For him, the markets were a personal challenge, not a way to gain fame or validation. Even when the media tried to uncover details about his life, he remained a mystery, always avoiding interviews and public appearances. Once he achieved financial freedom, he didn't feel the need to prove anything to anyone. The thrill of the game was enough, and when that thrill faded, so did his public presence. He quietly stepped away, choosing a life of privacy and peace over the chaos of public attention. Takashi's story is a powerful reminder that true wealth isn't just about the size of your bank account. It's about having the freedom to live on your own terms. For him, that meant disappearing into the quiet life he always wanted, away from the noise and distractions of fame. The stock market in 2025 is faster, more competitive, and filled with advanced technology. But the core principles of successful trading remain timeless. If Takashi Kotegawa were trading today, his strategies and mindset would still give him a significant edge. So, what can modern traders learn from Japan's most mysterious and successful trader? Let's break down 5 lessons from Kotegawa's approach and how to apply them in today's fast-moving markets. 1. Spot market inefficiencies. Look where others aren't. Kotegawa's biggest wins came from finding and exploiting market mistakes, especially when others were too slow or too scared to react. The famous J-Com IPO error in 2005 is the perfect example. When a brokerage mispriced shares, most traders hesitated in the chaos, but Kotegawa recognized the opportunity and acted fast, making $17 million in a single day. In 2025, while most people focus on trending stocks and headlines, Kotegawa would likely be scanning under-the-radar sectors, low-volume stocks, and global markets for hidden inefficiencies. The rise of algorithmic trading has created even more micro-opportunities. Flash crashes, sudden price gaps, and news-driven overreactions, and a sharp trader can still take advantage. What can you do? Pay attention to market overreactions. When stocks are oversold due to panic or overbought from hype, look at pre-market gaps, IPO mispricings, or stocks moving too far too fast. Opportunities often lie where most people aren't looking. Fast decision-making, but only when the setup is right. Kotegawa didn't hesitate when he saw a perfect trade, but he wasn't impulsive. He combined quick execution with careful analysis, only acting when he had a clear statistical edge. In today's world of high-frequency trading, HFT, and instant news, this skill is even more crucial. In 2025, information moves at lightning speed, but emotional overreactions haven't changed. Markets still swing wildly on breaking news, social media rumors, or political events. Kotegawa would likely be monitoring these events in real time and striking when the odds were in his favor. What can you do? Use modern tools like real-time news scanners, AI sentiment trackers, and market alerts to catch opportunities as they emerge. But don't jump in blindly. Act fast, but only when you understand the risk-reward setup. 3. Master risk management. Survive first, win second. One of Kotegawa's core principles was protecting his capital. Even with massive wins, he never risked too much on any single trade. This mindset is more important than ever in 2025, where volatile market conditions can wipe out reckless traders overnight. Markets today are influenced by global events, AI-driven trading, and rapid sentiment shifts. Kotegawa would likely size his positions carefully, use tight stop losses, and adapt to increased volatility while maintaining his long-term survival mentality. What can you do? Follow a risk-first approach. Never risk more than 1 to 2% of your capital on a single trade. Use stop losses to protect against unpredictable moves. Scale up only when you have a proven, repeatable edge. 4. Adapt and evolve. Don't get stuck in the past. Kotegawa's ability to adapt to changing markets was one of his greatest strengths. He didn't stick to a single method. He evolved as the market changed. If he were trading in 2025, he would likely be experimenting with new technologies while staying rooted in his core principles. With the rise of AI tools, quantitative strategies, and crypto markets, successful traders today must be willing to learn and evolve constantly. Kotegawa's mindset wouldn't allow him to get stuck in old habits. He would stay ahead by adapting to new trends without abandoning his discipline. What can you do? Stay open to new tools and strategies. Explore AI-driven analysis for faster decision-making. Study crypto and digital assets, which offer unique volatility. Keep evolving your strategy. Don't let past successes make you complacent. Control your emotions. Win the mental game. Perhaps the most important lesson from Kotegawa's success is his emotional discipline. No matter how much money was on the line, he never let fear or greed control his actions. In today's hyper-connected, emotionally charged market, this is more valuable than ever. Modern traders are constantly bombarded by social media noise, sensational headlines, and fear-mongering. Kotegawa's calm, focused mindset would allow him to cut through the noise and make decisions based on facts, not feelings. What can you do? Train your emotional discipline. Follow a trading plan to remove impulsive decisions. Journal your trades to analyze mistakes and stay objective. Take breaks during emotional spikes. Don't let stress cloud your thinking. Would Kotegawa thrive in 2025? Absolutely. His combination of speed, discipline, adaptability, and emotional control would make him a force to be reckoned with in today's markets. The world may have changed, but the psychological and strategic foundations of successful trading remain the same. If you want to succeed in 2025, ask yourself, what would Takashi Kotegawa do? The answer? Stay patient. Move fast. When the odds are right, manage your risks, adapt to the market, and never let your emotions take control. That's how you win, no matter how the game evolves. And that's the story of Takashi Kotegawa. From a shy gamer to a trading legend, Takashi's life proves that extraordinary success is possible for anyone willing to master focus, discipline, and patience. He didn't rely on luck. He didn't chase quick wins. Instead, he built his fortune through sharp analysis, emotional control, and a relentless work ethic, all while staying humble and grounded. And here's the best part. His journey isn't just a fascinating story. It's a blueprint for anyone willing to play the long game. If you found his story inspiring, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible tales from the world of trading and finance. Because who knows, the next big success story could be you.